Okay, well everybody, we have a new complete setup of my garage area. So, having said that, um, I've got a new angle for the lathe yet again, but the good thing is it's really close to what the last one was. So, I'm going to make some chestnut oak food prep bowls. I've already got one that's already started, and I've got a little square of chestnut oak right here that I went ahead and cut out, squared it off a little bit. It looks like about a little over 2 inches thick, 4 3/4 by 5 1/2, and that should bring it down. The other one that I started already turned out to be about 5, so this one will be about 4 most likely. And I haven't done the hollowing on this. I haven't done the hollowing on this one yet, or the inside of the bowl. But like with this one, like I said, we're about 2 inches, a little over 2 inches deep, 4 3/4 or 5, and then 5 1/2 that way. So let's go ahead and knock this one out. Using a woodworm screw to get it started, and then we'll do a recess for the bottom. Got a 5/8 inch bowl gouge to see how our speed is off the bat. Little vibration. We're at 910 RPM. Something I was watching with Richard Raffin. He's really good at what he does. He's been doing this for 30, 40 some odd years, if not longer. Techniques that I'm learning from him is, for example, cutting into it, he takes a slice out and then rotates the bevel and then pushes through it. So when he's rounding. So I'm gonna continue to do that. It seems to be working fine for me. It does make a nice smooth cut because you're making a ledge to get your bevel something to ride on by slicing into it. You create that ledge, and then you rotate up, and you're still following the bevel up. So I've had good experiences with it now. So hopefully this will be a better way to do things. If it's right, it's right. If it's not, you got to work with what works best for you. And now I'm learning more. This is a little bit better. one more pass, maybe two, should round it off. A little sanding. Wow, I'm knocking everything over for this video. Okay, everybody, we're back. I've got it sanded. I went up to 400 on the outside. We've got a bunch of old bug holes in here. They're all filled up with the dust and everything from the sanding. So I'm gonna try to blow those out and seal them up the best I can. And we're going to go ahead and start hollowing out the inside of the bowl. I've got a 3/8 inch bowl gouge, one of the ones I got from Christmas. And let's try to push 1080 on the speed again. Alright, looks like we're cutting pretty good, so I've got it flattened out across the top, and let's dig in. Pretty sure that's far enough down now. Just gotta flatten out the bottom. Let's see what our thickness is on the inside wall. Slightly less than 1/4 of an inch, so I think I'm happy with that. So now to flatten that out some, I want to use the bowl gouge still to, I'd say, scrape it a little bit, but you know, it may not be the best idea. I should use a scraper. I think that's what I'm going to do. Make sure we're flat. Got to raise it up a little bit. Hardly any tool marks this time around, thank goodness. I do feel a little bit of a bump here. Bottom's looking good. I'm going to sand it out. I should be able to get that bump out with sandpaper. Okay, we're back. I sanded the inside also to 400. I just spent the last probably about an hour with a very small drill bit going through and picking out all the excess the excess dust and stuff that's down in these pits. This can still be used as a food prep bowl, pulling all that out, and as long as you're not putting a liquid in there. Like if you're using it for chopped onions, something of that nature, this could still work. Granted, preferably you would want to have one without all of these pits in it, but I didn't see any of these pits until after I started hollowing it all out and turning it into what it is now. So I'm going to throw some little sanding paste in here, which is mineral oil, beeswax, and diatomaceous earth, and get it going. And then from there we will throw a little bit more like Howard's conditioner, because the feed and wax isn't actually, it even states on the bottle, not intended for food prep items, things of that nature. But this stuff is, along with the conditioner is as well, because it is just literally mineral oil and beeswax. So we're going to load this up, and I'll blow out all the excess as well, and we'll go from there. I've got it at about 1260 for RPMs now. It's like a final sanding and sealing.